The Red Army's 33rd Army was a Soviet field army during the Second World War. It was disbanded by being redesignated HQ Smolensk Military District in 1945. Initial operations. It was initially formed in the Moscow Military District in July 1941, consisting of the 1st, 5th, 9th, 17th, and 21st Moscow People's Militia Divisions, plus artillery and other support units. Combrigade Dmitry Onuprienko took command. It conducted defensive operations as a part of the Mozhask defense line and the Soviet Reserve Front. It was at Naro-Fominsk under General Lieutenant Mikhail Grigorovich Yefremov in October 1941. With the arrival of the German 2nd Panzer Army to Kashira and its 4th Panzer Group to the Moskva-Volga Canal, the conditions for the German capture of Moscow were created. But on December 1, the Germans hit the center of the Soviet front. 2 German divisions with 70 tanks broke through in the 33rd Army's sector in the 222nd Rifle Division's area to the north of Naro-Fominsk. On December 2, in the second half of day in the 110th Rifle Division's sector, the Wehrmacht went over to the offensive and attacked in the direction of Mogatovo. At 1600, the 113th Rifle Division together with a regiment from 43rd Army led a counter-offensive on Klotovo and Kamensko with the task of hitting the rear of the German grouping to facilitate situation of 110th Rifle Division. As a result of this counterstroke, the opponent was routed. The Soviets captured 47 tanks and about 50 guns. For the west at Naro-Fominsk, Germans have directed on Kubinka along a highway, and then to Glichin and Aprelovka, threatening rears of 33rd and 5th Soviet armies. At Akalovo village, German forces have met with 32nd Rifle Division and artillery fire. It was the last German attempt to break through to Moscow. When the 33rd Army was surrounded in 1942, Yefremov committed suicide rather than be captured. Following Yefremov's death, General Kirill Meretskov took command in May and June 1942. Smolensk 1943. At the Battle of Smolensk, after a day of probing, the goal of which was to determine whether German troops would choose to withdraw or not from the first set of trenches, the offensive started on the 7th of August 1943 at 6:30 am with a breakthrough towards Roslavl. 3 armies were committed to this offensive: the 5th Army, the 10th Guards Army and the 33rd Army, now under General Viengordov. However, the attack quickly encountered heavy opposition and stalled. German troops attempted numerous counterattacks from the well-prepared defense positions, supported by tanks, assault guns, and the fire of heavy guns and mortars. As Konstantin Rokossovsky recalls, "We literally had to tear ourselves through German lines, one by one." On the first day, the Soviet troops advanced only 4 kilometers, with all available troops committed to battle, 1,944-45. From April 1944, the 33rd Army, under General Lieutenant V.D. Kruichenko, participated in Operation Bagration to retake Belarus as part of the Second Belarusian Front. During the Mogilev offensive, it successfully crossed the Dniepr and Prony rivers, and liberated Shlav on June 27, 1944. During the Minsk offensive, the Army, in conjunction with the 50th and 49th Armies, participated in the rout of the surrounded Wehrmacht grouping to the east of Minsk. In the end of July-August, the Army participated in the Kaunas offensive, during which it cleared the approaches to East Prussia. On September 10, it was released from VGK Reserve, and joined the 1st Belarusian Front on October 19 in preparation for the Warsaw-Poznan offensive. On the 25th of December 1944, the Army consisted of the 16th Rifle Corps, 38th Rifle Corps, the 62nd Rifle Corps, the 115th Fortified Region, 5th Artillery Division, and other support formations and units, including the 35, 20, 25, 305, 56, the 64th Anti-Aircraft Division, the 9th Tank Corps, the 244th and 257th Tank Regiments, and the 360 and AMP 361. On the 1st of May 1945, during the Battle of Berlin, the Army, part of the 1st Belarusian Front, consisted of the 16th Rifle Corps, 62nd Rifle Corps, 49th Rifle Division, 115th, 119th Fortified Region, and other support formations and units. After the initial Berlin breakthrough, 33rd Army, alongside other armies of the 1st Belarusian and 1st Ukrainian fronts, helped to rout the surrounded German forces to the east of Berlin. Military operation for 33rd Army concluded on the 6th of May. The Army HQ was redesignated HQ Smolensk Military District in August 1945. Army commanders: Combrigade Dmitry Onuprienko, General Lieutenant Mikhail Grigorovich Yefremov, General Kirill Meretskov, the General Lieutenant of MS Korsun, the General Colonel of Century N. Gordov, General Lieutenant Ivan Yefimovich Petrov, the General Lieutenant of Century D. Kruachenko, General Lieutenant S. I. Morozov, General Colonel of Century D. Svetev.